게임은 재밌으면 된다니까?
불멸의 전사 2.
Then there he is. Surprise, surprise. TY coming out. This guy is in the best form of his life. This is a player who's definitely well-rounded enough to take on any of the styles of SOS.
Yeah.
Is it the right day, though?
That's the question, man.
Is he in the right form right here, right now?
We haven't seen him play since the GSL finals. He's been
That's
hidden.
true.
Stats got the all kill, so some of the depth was hidden. Now, one of the things about, we talked about this earlier with TY, as to why he might come out on King Station is he's basically immune to cheese, he's immune to weirdness, like he's just so smart and like he's so defensive. They call him like the sun in Korea, like he's like the light. He's the one who actually will shut down all the cheeses, all of the
darkness.
All the darkness, man.
All the darkness that makes you salty.
And he'll shut it down, and Jin takes the lead here in votes. It's the vote has shifted. It's swayed now to 55% in favor of Jin Green Wings. And I gotta say, like, I think this is a perfect choice for SOS. I think TY's got a great shot of stopping him here.
TY might outmaneuver him in the late game. I think nobody's got a better mobility than TY. Anyways, we're going into the next game, SOS versus TY. In the upper left, in the green, on a killing spree right now, it's SOS.
And over here to the top right, in red, it's TY. Now, TY wants to end this streak, man.
If he ends it here, I think there's a very good chance that the KT can take this. But if SOS keeps going, it's a really tough one to call.
So, like, let's break it down. Let's break down, like, basically who's left. If SOS loses, you know, we're basically going to see Maro 100%. If TY loses, we're going to be seeing Zest. So there's 4 players on the table here, and whoever wins this will end up, you know, forcing that 5th and final player. So just keep that in mind, because if we see anybody else, it would be like a historical anomaly.
Where does this scout? Looks like it's going to the upper left.
Cool Liberator portrait there. TY known for his defensive Liberator play in the mid-game, late-game.
Okay, TY is going to go to the bottom right. So he'll be scouting SOS a little bit later. Obviously, especially against SOS, you like to scout as early as possible.
Quick Nexus here. Going to be another Gate Nexus core build, which TY won't know about, as you mentioned. A bit of an unlucky scout here. One of the reasons why some people don't like 4-player maps as much as 2-player maps, just because there's this extra chance factor. And this probe will actually get lucky and may even be able to delay this command center just slightly if he jumps right over towards it.
Looks like not. Gets the CC down here. Open main. Does peek in and get away right before the Marine will actually pop out. And both these builds pretty modest.
Yeah.
Safe against most cheeses, but greedy enough that you're going to get a base up. A little bit of a nod of respect to the 2 different, you know, players in this, saying that there's no way they'd kill each other right away. They would prefer to at least take this to mid-game.
TY gets the unluckiest scout, but we'll finally go over here and see the Nexus of SOS. Doesn't even check the main to the bottom left because he knows that it's going to be an expansion. Going to eBay block this to mess with the probe mining, something that TY is also very famous for doing.
Okay, so let's talk about the eBay block for a little bit and why we see this. This is so annoying for the Protoss because you can't get optimal mining.
It blocks the close patches.
It blocks the close patches and, of course, stops the Adept from moving out on the map, which really takes away a lot of the oomph for the Protoss player trying to really dominate early on. And, of course, it also allows the SCV to escape.
Yep.
And this is pretty much always good. To do. If you're against a build like this, now you don't let it finish, you want to cancel it. They lose more money than you lose in this process. It looks weird, I know, but it's actually quite good.
It's a funny thing too because it's the engineering bay in StarCraft 2 is like the fastest building structure for money that you can actually do. So you don't have to be there that long to actually put a lot of health down onto it. Now, TY did go into double Hellions initially here, so he can actually wrap around and go for some probe kills as the scouting Adepts come over. He scouts the Adepts.
Oops, he locked out his own. No! No!
Oh.
He gets in.
Lucky
it's a happy
day.
ending.
Yeah.
Happy ending.
There's no pylon here.
Probes.
There's no pylon.
Yeah, there's no pylon. That's right.
Yeah.
There are probes. Excuse us.
Well, there's 3 less than there were before now, Tasteless.
That's right.
The Adepts should grab one of these Hellions, I should say. Oh, maybe
He's
not.
going to try to outmaneuver it. He might actually turn around at the last second.
Oh, nice. Nope. Great target there. Now, this eBay is real back at home. He's going to use that for turrets.
Now, he already has 1 Warp Prism out, and he's making a second.
3 gates?
3 gates.
It's
so
4-gate Warp Prism all in.
He's actually going to try to end this.
This is scary. It's brave to do versus TY as well because he's very famous for his defense against any type of cheese.
I'm assuming he's thinking TY cut enough corners because he felt safe against this. I actually think it's a pretty decent build.
He has no vision whatsoever either. Like, he has no vision this Warp Prism coming. He has no idea this is about to happen.
And there's a second one that can come in onto the right side here.
He's more worried about oracles. He's making a turret. Oh my god, if he gets a full warp in with no vision on it, he could do like 2 warp ins. There's no bunker.
Oh, looks like he wants to open with some harass, followed up by an all-in.
Okay, well, he jumps in here. He can warp in a lot more Adepts. That turret will actually potentially come into play here. It's going to help zone the Warp Prism.
Now, he's going to thin out the Marine count here. He does save all 3.
This could have been a lot worse. Oh, he's got 2 prisms.
Yeah, no, he's got 2 prisms, so he's going to hit the back. Then he's going to hit up here. And
this is actually crazy. Oh,
whoa.
Warp Prism gets hit, but it's not killed instantly.
He's got to be careful, though. He's got to cover that from Marines.
Oh, this is so cool. He can basically just constantly pin TY between 2 locations because he can cancel shades. It's one of the powers of the Adept. You don't have to shade. You sometimes can force him to move and then just cancel the shade.
It can force you to relocate pretty effectively. We have an observer coming in here, by the way, to try to gun down the Widow Mine.
This is very similar to what SOS did to Ryung earlier on this season. The turret, again, helping to zone that Prism. No mining here at the natural. Units forced off the line. Oh, the Viking is going to make this a lot tougher.
Yeah, the Viking is definitely the way to handle an attack like this. And that's going to take us out. I think that means that TY is going to have a lot more momentum here. Trying to ghost over here. Now, he might force the command center to lift. And he's actually going to go DTs behind this. So we might want to even do, like, another all-in behind this.
Yeah. He's also getting Adept attack speed. He's just trying to scare TY here. He's not going to shade on top of that. And he's just, forcing almost a lift on the CC, as you mentioned. 2 more Adepts warped in.
Now, it's worker count here. It's getting lower right now for TY. Is he going to commit to this? I don't know if he knows about this tank on the high ground. If he does know about the tank on the high ground, he would not.
I think you saw it when he went up the ramp with the shades. So, he's probably pretty confident against this. Nearly forcing. Oh, another scan used. Remember, DTs are going to be here soon. He's always looking for that chance where the depot is down. Yeah,
because he knows that the reinforcing Marines want to come into the low ground. To try to help out. So he's cut off some of the patches here. This is very nicely done. Liberator coming out here, making this attack a lot more risky.
These Adepts are about to get a lot stronger, too, in just a second here with the attack speed.
Yeah, that's true. He might be able to just send a bunch of Adepts in here on top of this. Now, the Wallen's up over here as well, which makes it quite a bit scary for TY to try to deal with at this expansion.
Yeah, keep in mind, too, TY... or rather, SOS could do similar to what he did in the previous match in the PvP and just force a defensive posture.
He's going to do this. He's going to drop here on the high ground, I believe, with the DTs. If he times this out right, hit the tanks like this, and then he's going to let the Adepts come in here. Now, do we have a scan?
I don't think so. I think we would see one.
He needs to get that tank, by the way. He has to get this tank that's right.
He can commit this time. He can commit this time, and he does. Tasteless, he commits, and these Adepts have attack speed. The tanks are taken up by the DTs, and TY has been broken here.
This is such an insane attack. Now, there are Liberators. There's not really an answer to the Liberators over here. Now, he can try to run away. It's a game of cat and mouse.
Yeah, because
the Wallen is up, but the DTs are beginning to tear that down. He's going to try to go into the main. There's a lot more surface area to play with for the Protoss. He can keep using his DTs elsewhere. He gets in the main.
Oh, here we go. Let's just avoid these liberation zones and just keep moving out of the zone, forcing TY to reposition. SCVs are off the line here. I don't think he can defend.
Yeah, I mean, as long as he's good with his, oh, nice, and he gets one Archon, of course.
And he's going to kill his tech lab. GG!
Insane! Oh!
By the way, I want to mention that SOS had a third base going up just in case this didn't work out. He planned for everything. 3, puts up the 3. 1 game away from an all kill right now.
That's right. It's now, the tables have turned, man. It's now, they got to try to take out SOS before he can be stopped. and then presumably face Maru next. So it's going to be a very important decision for KT who they're going to pick next here.
Oh man, I'm just looking at this like
madness, man. That strat was sick. There's a lot of really old StarCraft strats that work like that, where you basically get the Terran in a certain position and just land on the tanks. In this case, he uses DTs because if he doesn't have a scan, the tanks die 100% no matter what, and he gets the wall in. So he does exactly that. He comes in there, he does the damage. He has the Adept upgrade perfectly synced up with the DTs, so that when he kills that tank, the Adepts then warp in on top of the Marines. That's it, man. Liberators, you can run from that for days. Your SCVs are never going to survive that onslaught.
Now we're going into Orbital Shipyard. A map where SOS has played some amazing PvPs. It's almost like he knew from the beginning that it would come to this situation where he's like, when I face SS on the map I'm going to face him on Orbital Shipyard. He's like already seen the future. And
well, I assume that we know who's going to be picked next.
It's Zest. I mean,
that's it, right?
It has to be. If it's not Zest, I think it's a mistake, in my opinion.
I think it's a huge mistake.
He's one of the best players in the world. He's the most recent Korean Star League champion.
Right.
How can you not send him? He's the best individual league player in the world at this moment in time. How could you not send him?
One of the best Protosses of all time, easily. Yeah, I mean, I think you got to send him out.
He's called the Kingslayer because he all-killed SKT a few years ago when SKT was unstoppable. No one was taking any games off of them. And, you know, that's... I mean,
because he killed the Mad King.
That's right.
That's right.
He stabbed SKT in the back.
SKT was saying, burn them all.
I really feel like...
Nobody in the throne room said a thing.
There are...
when the Kingslayer took out SKT in the back.
There are 5 players left on the legal KT roster. They are Zest, Trust, Speed, Leenock, and Jokji. And which one of those players is the obvious one? It's Zest. Trust, don't think so. Speed, no way. He's an amateur player. Leenock, if he's got crazy cheese, but he still has to beat Maru. Jokji, not enough results. I think that you can really just break this down pure and simple. It will be Zest. And that's... I mean, there's no suspense in this one. The bigger idea is, like, can Zest defeat SOS and Maru now? That's where we are. And,
and I think Zest, if there's anybody who can do it, it's him. But, with the momentum that Jin Air's got going with him, it's a lot. It's definitely a lot.
I think SOS is about to all-kill. I think he's got it, man. I mean, I know I've been predicting Jin Air from the beginning, but, like... He's got too much momentum. He's won 2 games now where he was massively behind.
Yeah.
And then he found a way. Well, the first game he was massively behind. That last game we just saw, it looked like it wasn't going to work. Then he engineered a new way to actually force the all-in to work, which was really, really cool.
That's the thing about SOS.
Yeah.
There's nobody you can say that plays like SOS.
Yeah, anyone else would have just backed off, took the third base, and like got a forge.
They'd have been like, oh, man, okay. But he's like, wait a minute, and then the beautiful mind music plays in his head, and he suddenly everything on the screen turns to Matrix code, and he just does the strat, a strat that we've never seen. He might have never exactly used in that way before.
Yeah,
does it perfectly and wins the game.
Really, really cool stuff out of him so far. Zest has to be the Kingslayer. He has to kill the BlizzCon champion, and then also the player who's 10-0 in Pro League, Maru, in order to make this a KT win here. Jin Air has so much momentum. I'm actually really curious how many people are tweeting out right now. You guys can tweet out JAG win for Jin Air Green Wings. Yeah, hashtag it. Or KT win, because this vote I think is going to probably swing towards like 65 Jin Air at this point, maybe even higher, as people are out there tweeting this. It's going to be a real slap in the face here to KT if SOS on any good day can take out their pantheon of nerd gods.